Hello, it's me, Brandon Burns, aka Radio Rock Man from YouTube, and today I'm going to be, well, I don't know, I'm on the title. I'm going to call it a DVD review. I'm not going to review it real good, but the DVDs I'm going to be reviewing today are Faces of Death. This is the 30th anniversary edition. Faces of Death is a documentary about people getting murdered or hurt. You know, it really has some gruesome death. Now, the Faces of Death. Uh, some of them are just fake. I think some of them are fake. I'm not really good at this, but they could have been real deaths, but doing reenactments. But they had sequels to this too. I have the fourth one over here. I don't have two or three. I think they only did Faces of Death one, two, three, or four, maybe five. I'm not sure, but I remember this documentary. It's about how people get hurt, murdered, or these gruesome activities. Like the guy getting executed. They put those white bandages around right here. You can see it around his face, and blood comes out of his eyeballs. You don't see his eyeballs getting fried up. I remember the first one had this one guy who went and secured his own family, and they have gruesome what they do to animals, and it's just very disturbing. But this series also spawned what a lot of people would know, the Traces of Death. Now the difference between Faces of Death and Traces of Death, they use real footage of Traces of Death, which is more they made it more fucked up. I mean, they have that music in the Traces of Death, not the Faces of Death, the Traces of Death, where they show real people getting hurt, murdered, suicide, car bombings, you name it. But that's what spawned to the Traces of Death. But this is more like the toned down version, a documentary version of people getting hurt. You know, this documentary starts that creepy doctor. I forget his name, but he's bald. He had those big creepy brown eyes, and it has that song, "Faces of Death, Faces of Death, Faces of Death all around you, Faces of Death, Faces of Death, Faces of Death all around you." And this DVD has commentary with director Conan LaCillier. Can't pronounce his last name, but choice cuts featuring with editor Glenn Turner, the Death Makers, featured with FX creators Alan A. Apone and Douglas J. White. Deleted scenes, trailer, and outtakes on the first Faces of Death. Now Faces of Death 4. Like I said, I don't own the other two. This was written by Alan Black and directed by the same director of Faces of Death, Conan. Yeah, I'm trying to pronounce his last name. I can never do these stuff right. Conan LaCillier. I tried. Producer Rosalind T. Scott. Creative construction Marcus Constantine. And narrated by Dr. His name, Dr. Francis D. Gross. That creepy doctor. This one has some really disturbing stuff. But the guy getting his foot at that junkyard by that grease axle guy, is not his foot, his leg half cut in half. They had to cut him in half to save him. And that girl who was skinny dipping, and that magician who got his face smashed. Oh yeah, and this is a racist stereotype. I'm gonna have to say, but this did happen. The Chinese or Asians eating those puppies. That's some really sick stuff. And they were cutting the puppy alive. It is, and has those satanic teenagers at the end while the FBI was chasing them. So that's basically Faces of Death. These documentaries of sick stuff, and it spawned into the Traces of Death, which is even more sicker if you know what I'm talking about. But if you want to watch this documentary anyway, just to see it, I suggest get The Faces of Death. Now, if you want something really squeamish, watch The Traces of Death 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They made sequels after sequels. I remember reading the first one, the first Faces of Death. Uh, yeah, this one I remember reading as a kid, and I always remember the opening where the guy was set on fire and those crazy religious people with the snakes. And I remember the first video of this. I remember reading this on VHS, and I remember reading Traces of Death on VHS 1, 2, or 3. I never read it 4. I think I saw 4 on YouTube recently. But anyway, if you just want to check this out, just pick up these DVDs of documentaries of very sick crap. Like me. But anyway, that's it. I'm at the end of this video. And please subscribe to my channel. You don't have to like me. You don't have to respect me. Just subscribe to my channel, like I always said. Check out The Faces of Death if you just want to see that kind of stuff. That's all I'm going to say. Have a good day.